Good evening, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hopefully this time is working, not like during the turtle cast when I was talking to myself. So welcome. And we do already have a new subscriber. Scuba Steve, thank you a lot for joining Turtles Army. Thank you a lot for supporting the channel with your money units. And may the shell be with you. Thank you a lot, Scuba Steve. Works fine. Okay, good to know. So welcome. Spiteful Angel, Nautical Stew, Too Fast for You, Luzang, Obspose Surprise, Vistrick, Rascal, Scuba Steve, again, Jen Lewis, Toast, Jim Ray, Luzang, Ads Benev, Matthew, The Arena Answer, Wolfric, Mike Dirt, David Jonesy, welcome. And today we're investigating the implications of the latest patch on public test server that brings us a complete weapon power reshuffle. Almost complete. Not every single weapon has been changed, but a lot of main weapons. And some of them possibly will be able to compete with top weapons that currently are the top weapons. Some of them will lose the power, so we'll investigate that. We'll see exactly what is happening. What is happening in regards to those changes. And if I'm not mistaken, they mentioned as well there is a Pip-Boy display bug, so it will make it a little bit more difficult that do not correctly show the damage of the weapons. But we'll see. Let's jump in. Fallout 76 public test server phishing update. It is. There was some update to Vault 63 Carbine, but I think it's positive in that case. We'll try to test a lot. I cannot guarantee every single weapon, but we'll try to do a lot of testing. Yeah, Enclave Plasma will probably be a top weapon now again. We'll see. Based on numbers, purely on numbers from the patch notes, I see it as going back to the top spot. We'll see if that's true. About a couple of months before this update will go live, so some changes are still pretty much possible. I will keep you updated when any changes will be happening on public test server. Like, it's public test server for a reason, so yes, stuff can change. Hello, Potty Chop. Yeah, there is really fishing in Fallout. If you didn't hear about it, yes, there is fishing coming. Okay. First, we visit a special box that was added to test server. Let's see what Bethesda themselves donated to us for testing. There's the box. Playtest server item locker. Bait improved 100. And we have some plans for fishing. A bunch of legendary mod boxes. They will take the pinpointers as bullies, and that's optimized. I think they donated the ones that were changed. So not all, just the changed one. I need 2 shots. Resilient, I don't know. I will take it too. Instigating, it's a nerf. So we don't need to test it. It was good run with instigating, no more. Shotguns will probably do quite good. So we do have improved bait, but they promise that there's supposed to be this superb bait, and we're only getting improved. I'm a little bit disappointed. I wanted superb bait. I don't plan to do much fishing today. Maybe in the break between testing stuff I will try this improved bait. But that's about it. 2-shot is the most significant improvement. Like, missile launcher! Haha, that's something with 2-shot. That's something. That's fun. VATS Optimize was the most surprising buff, but in the same time, I understand why they are doing it, as they are taking AP cost reduction from automatic receivers away. So you will need that for Commando. It will be like must-have for Commando. Bullies is one of the most interesting, powerful mods. For boss fights, especially, if you are able to cripple boss limbs one after another, then this number goes up substantially. Depend on the boss, of course, which boss you are crippling, and not every boss has a lot of limbs, but if they do, like, for example, Colossus has like 3 heads, torso, multiple arms and legs, so that all adds up. Alright. So, how does Sheikah look like? I'm already holding it. I don't think Sheikah should be the first one. I did Sheikah with 2-shot, limb damage, weight reduction, AP refresh. That's what I was playing around previously, before Peppa Shaker even received a buff to damage. But interesting ones will be like laser rifles, especially ultra-sight laser. I don't see very high numbers yet, but we need to change. I'm not sure if the new numbers really even display in the people already. I'm not sure about this one, to be honest. To be absolutely honest with you, I'm not sure. So we'll need to shoot enemies to figure it out. First test, we take Fixa. We need to test Fixa first. Yeah, Wolf. Well, Queen has a lot of limbs too. As there are wings, arms, legs. So a lot of limbs on some enemies. So very limby enemies will be perfect with bullies. We need to change our build and do something so I can move easily. I'm not sure if I already have a commando build available for me, because, you know, the public test server is all their character imported, so I probably didn't. I named one, but did I make it already into commando? Maybe. Okay, there is commando. Okay, there is something. Let's see what I have here. Okay. That's fine. Tormentor. Damage per crippled limb. So that's the same effect, similar effect to bullies. Just you can stack them both. Increased damage per AP cost. Small guns. I don't even know if I need ground pounder. I will be mainly testing VATS today, as that's the powerhouse, to be honest. As they took away the non-VATS legendary mod, so they took away before. That's what I'm talking about public test server. They can change stuff from one week to another completely. Okay. Santa Masochist. I need to put upgraded one. Like, they changed names to make it a little bit more complicated as well. Fast Fighter. That's not as good as it. Like, that's a 20% reload speed bonus basically fixed. I don't want reloads for now. I want power, as there is a lot of power that I can add. So I need to fix like temporary commando build, kind of. We need to put together. Okay, now to far enemies. I don't need far enemies one. Else is new. I don't need that. There's a lot of them. What are the new perks that I do need? I have only 1 point. Is there anything else? I already have number cruncher put on. Scoped up. Scoped weapons have more range when aiming. Okay, I don't need scoped up. We are trying commando first. Smart shot. Weak spot damage while aiming a scoped weapon. Okay, so we are starting with that, so we don't need that. Tank Killer is equipped. Tormentor is equipped, so I'm left with 1 point to use on something. Is there anything that costs 1 point I can utilize? I can put Eye of the Hunter for 1 point. Did they nerf Down Ranger? What? Max out 20%? Are you kidding me? Not 30? Are you freaking real with that? Okay, that's another one that we can maybe use rank 1 on snipers. Oh, awareness, but I have no room for awareness. Unless I would skip Santa Masochist, but I think I want it. Okay. Give Afro Hiker, Fireproof, Ironclad, Adamantium Skeleton. I'm missing some stuff here. Maybe that's enough. United Ordeal, Tenderizer, Glowing One. Okay, I don't want Science Master. Science Monster. This one, like, it will vary my damage too much. For testing, I don't want it. Generally, it's a good one, but for testing, I don't want it. What I would like is the new. Okay, which one is it? So Cryologist, no. I want my energy weapon damage. Which one is that? Pyrotechnician, no. I want damage science. Increase energy damage based on intelligence. I want this one. And I could add something else as I have 2 points. 2 points. What do we do with 2 points? Or 1 point. Or I just add first aid. Or I remove scrap and maybe I add fire damage. Okay, some weapons commando have fire, so where was it? I lost it. Cryologist? No. Okay, so it's farther. This one. Pyrotechnician. So that's sorted. How much in meters is far? Just far, Rasco. What do you don't understand in the word far? You are probably speaking English better than me, so you should know what far is. Bethesda is always very clear in wording. Far is far. If you see that enemy is far, then it's working. I'm joking, of course. Yeah, that's the problem with Bethesda. They really like very descriptive, in the same time non-descriptive wording. Okay, Onslaught, we have all of it. And we do have some sneak stuff, so that's perfect. And why do I have 1 point left? I can add regular sneak card. Oh, I don't have adrenaline. Wait, should I should run adrenaline, as that was so heavily buffed. I should run adrenaline. 2 points now, but I should run it. Faulty Spot, Bloody Mess, Better Crits, Crit Savvy. Do I need White West Hands? I do not. I need some other stuff. What do I need? Better Criticals. I can run that max out. Crit Savvy already there. 4-leaf Clover. 1 point. 1 point will be what? Ricochet? But that will be messing up, deflecting this damage, and I will not know how much I'm shooting and how much they're doing. Junk Shield will be better. Whoops, not last laugh. Junk Shield. Is that half decent for testing? I think it may be. Maybe half decent for testing. Oh, Derek, you are a returning player from long, long ago. That's nice, welcome. What legendary do I have? I didn't check that. Oh, 2 slots free. We are using stealth, so most likely follow through. And later on we can maybe play around with blood sacrifice to see how that interacts with stuff. So I keep the last slot free for now. Oh, Ace, thank you a lot for $5. Appreciate that, Ace. And the message from Ace is, I was very much looking forward to the Hitman's change. As someone who hates VATs, it would have paired well with all of the current bully mods I own. Yeah, the bully mods have been changed to Ace. I don't want to be a bearer of the bad news, but you want pinpointers again? Okay, I will show you. Yeah, they change it. Like, they took away. Maybe they will change again. Just give the feedback. As bullies currently is damage per crippled limb. So you want pinpointers again. This is a weak point damage. So what bullies was doing, now pinpointers does, and I didn't even test this latest pinpointers. If that's multiplier or not, I don't yet know. Why am I so over encumbered? What armor am I wearing? Chameleon, so that's what I want. What's on it? That's Sentinels. Okay, so armor I have the one that I supposed to have. So armor is correct, but I need to get rid of the weight, maybe use some other stuff. Do I have anything for scrapping? Okay, this thing. I can store some stuff. Okay, I can store some stuff, scrap some stuff, and this will be fine. Is there anything particularly heavy in here? Gamma rounds. We are not testing gamma rounds. Okay, so that's helping. Now, some weapons that we do not need, that are not the commando. Elder's Mark supposedly should be affected by the changes. I see AP cost went up significantly. It's 8. It used to be 3. Oh, that's like 3 to 4, so that's like doubled. AP cost is like doubled. Sniper for later. Plasma caster we can store. Okay, that's something. Armor. This cool armor can be stored. I just need chameleon. Excavator overeater. Solar. That's lots of weight. Okay, we'll be able to be mobile now. I need crafting for a moment. We are crafting fixers, non-legendary first. So crafting loadout. Craft fixers. VATS is brain dead in 36. VATS is like accessibility feature for Fallout 76. Someone has problem with controllers, fat fingers, and so on. There is VATS. You press one button and it does all of it for you. It's kind of needed for PvE game. What's the combat shotgun starting damage? 19 by 8, so almost 20 by 8. Without boosting it by any means. That's quite solid now. But we need to start with Fixer. The Fixer. 59. Okay, so the damage change is not very significant. We want 2 Fixers. So first, we are not making it a legendary yet. If I put automatic, okay, it shows. No, that's 38. Powerful. So it's okay. So it's not really displaying correctly this penalty yet. At least I don't see it. It says hardened is 74, and powerful automatic 66. That's not a 30% drop. So I'm pretty sure. Okay, we'll still test. I will compare. I will make one pistol one fixer powerful automatic and one harden. They will be a line long, so we mod it correctly all. Perforating mag, supposed to stay reflex side suppressor, the fixer paint, so it's keeping that. 66 damage supposedly. And AP cost of 15 without legendary. Okay, so that's significant increase. And this fixer, we do hardened receiver. Align lung. So you can see the AP cost now for a single shot is absolutely the same, as automatic do not offer any difference. The damage shows small difference, but it's supposedly bigger than that. So let's see if that's true. Is it like a description? Is it supposed to be bigger than that, but not yet implemented? So we'll see how well it goes. Okay, for the testing, yeah, change the build. I'm on crafting. Commando. And maybe for the initial testing, we kick out adrenaline, so it will not be like going up and down damage-wise. Super mutants, you are our favorite test subject, so we do use you. Yeah, in the past it was possible to do criticals without VATS, but currently it is not. Doing like 200 something per shot, which is, I would say, decent, but not phenomenal at all. And I'm running out of AP already. Oh, I'm not on a team. That's a problem we need to sort. What's doing? 437 when aiming? Maybe it shot me. Something. Oh no, it's the same. Okay, that was follow through activated on this one already. We need the ones on the inside. I need every super mutant level 100. And we do need to be on a team. Oh, that's a human. Come on, where are all the ghouls of Appalachia? We only have a human team, so I'll be missing some special. Hello there, smooth skin. Go turn ghoul. Okay, so super mutant shots to the head is 1, 2, 3, 4 shots required to kill it with automatic. Now with semi, one, two. Oh, that's, I can already tell. 3 shots, not even, like 2.5. So 4 shots versus like that. There is 30% multiplicative difference. That's for sure. Okay, 1 critical, take half of the super mutant health, and second shot finish it off. So 1 critical, take half. Charge critical and see. Where are you going? Hey, wait. I want to see critical on this one. 1/3 maybe? Not even close, yeah. Semi is so much more powerful now. So for the fixer, automatic era of the fixers is gone. They need to be semi. Even though the damage number is not showing much less, it is much less. It's, as they said, back with the Pip-Boy. Pip-Boy is just using the old formula, not the changed one to show the damage. But actual damage when you are firing, the damage numbers on a hit seems to be fixed already. So on a hit, we can see like this fixer is 428 per shot, and this one, oh, that was a doggo, so I'm not sure if super mutants are the same. 467, 467, and auto 292. So yeah, basically 450 versus 300. You have So if you reverse the math, switching to semi from automatic, you get 50% damage bonus. Multiplicative. So that's huge. 50% more damage when you switch from auto to semi. 50% increase. Multiplicative increase in damage. That absolutely undermines automatics. As you add the reload times to everything, and the fact that you need to run quad and you cannot do furious and you can do furious on semi. So that undermines automatic completely. Like semi is just so much better now. If you want the fire rate, you probably could consider like a hair trigger receiver instead of hardened receiver. Receivers are like, look at that damage. Like the semi. You will just need to play semi-automatics on regular commando weapons like fixers and handmaids. There is no other way. It's too much of a damage loss if you go auto. I cannot justify auto now. Without auto, I have like 2-shot kills. And if I switch to auto, I will need 3 or 4 bullets. Yeah, 3 bullets at least. And that's on regular super mutants. And you will reload much more often because you are spending 50% more bullets. The damage here is not representing actual damage. And how is Elder's Mark? So I have this Elder's Mark that with onslaught weapon speed less AP cost. So still AP cost is quite hard. And this time, unfortunately, the bullies changed. It's no longer weak spot damage. But how will that perform? As it's automatic by default. So it's suffering from the 30% penalty, even though there is no semi option. But because it's received a hefty buff and there's, I think that will be hitting harder than Fixer, even if Fixer would be legendary. Taking into consideration its fire rate and the damage. Yeah, I think if you want a classic automatic, you will need to switch to something like Elder's Mark. Like, that's gonna be a destroyer. Way higher ammo capacity. Probably higher damage per bullet. I cannot directly compare, as this one is legendary and my Fixer is none. But yeah, that's hitting hard, and AP cost is way more manageable. Like, Fixer cannot achieve 8 now with all the changes. I think it cannot achieve 8. The lowest will be around 10 or so. Do I have my legendary Fixer here? Wait a second. Did I bring my Fixer? I didn't? No, I don't have my Fixer. I generally own a legendary Fixer, just not in here, and I need to get rid of grenades. I need to check the stash box then. Need to go back to the camp. And of course, Ticket to Revenge, that was changed too. So I don't really know if that will be worth to run automatic or semi now. Possible that it will be semi too. Who knows? Mine is automatic and I have only 11 spikes, but if we find like one more super mutant, we can fire at it. That's not impressive at all. Like, Elder's Mark does that. that amount of damage I have with Elder's Mark with the fire rate 3 times higher. That's not impressive at all. Even when I'm in stealth, like, it breaks the stealth quickly, so that's another downside. And I cannot benefit from stealth-related perks here. I do on others, so I don't think Railway will be particularly impressive as auto. But Furious Railway as semi? Maybe? I don't know really. We need more guns. So laser rifle is supposed to be pretty good now. But I don't know if fully automatic, how that works here. Or something else than fully automatic, and significantly more damage should be at ultrasight laser, but I need to modify it correctly. So we need to test more. So Fixer looks like it's a semi-Fixer era. Oh, chess is for you. Thank you a lot for donating 5 memberships. I just noticed. I appreciate that. Thank you. And who do I welcome? I welcome Tikowan, Rick Russo, Maddie Tears, Andres G, and Jake and T Guitars. Welcome, and may the show be with you. Appreciate you. Money unit contribution chess is for you. Thank you very much. And switching to crafting loadout one more time. Even though my crafting loadout like lost most of the perks, I need to manually re-equip them after this rebalance. Yeah, I need to manually re-equip the crafting perks. They not here. They change them so they unequip themselves. So those are... I don't know if... Do we even need still all those science perks for crafting? I'm honestly not sure. But they reduce the cost, so that's good. I can equip more stuff. Okay, weapon artisan I wanted to always have in here. Science will not squeeze in scrap, I will. Okay, that's enough for now. Okay, so I fixed that. Okay, so well, Elder's Mark definitely need a different thing than a Bullies. That's probably not for it. Like pinpointers would be better. You can check that later. Oh, and my rod I can upgrade now as I unlock those hooks. Advanced drag, align strength, or time to hook, or reel in speed, or rotation speed, steady handle, catch zone. I think line strength, so I will have more time. That's what I equip, but I will not be using it yet. Okay, so the ultrasight laser rifle is supposed to be significantly more powerful now. Mine is not so impressive legendary mods, but we'll see. If everything changed, then those legendary mods should be good enough. I think the Pip-Boy damage do not reflect actual damage, as they said they buff it significantly, but it's still showing 11 by 5 with calibrated. Her trigger the same, 11 by 5, and if I take a look on my quad laser rifle, it's 11 by 5 too. It shouldn't be the case. Ultrasight should be higher. Okay, let me open the notes for a second. Let me double check and I will show you too, if I can quickly find it. The balance to damage, so we can all take a look. So, increase the base damage of the following weapons, and there should be... Like, the fixer is unfortunately not very significant, and with the penalty, it's good for semi-automatic, this increase, but it's wipe out in case of automatic. Submachine gun is significant enough, like from 29 to 47. Significant enough, so even with the penalty, it's positive. The railway is unfortunately so small that it's just a straight up nerf to automatic. So laser gun goes up from 44 to 72, which is significant, and ultrasight laser should go up to 80. So even more, like ultrasight laser should be doubled. So that should be doubled. So that should be very significant improvement to the damage for ultrasight laser gun. The plasma gun, and especially you need to test enclave plasma, that's a lot of extra damage. Then we take a look on some shotguns. Like Tesla, it's kind of a wash. For automatic, it's about the same. If you account for 30% penalty. For semi-auto, it's way more damage. Of course, the shotguns, like those are promising. Cold shoulder, not as much boost as regular double barrel, but still substantial. There is no automatics on those, so there is no penalty. The biggest boost, I think, is Gauss rifle, but that's a single shot. Laser carbine is... That may be a wash, to be honest. Because if you account for the penalty, 30% penalty, so you end up where you started. And there is really no semi-automatic laser carbine. So I think they just adjusted it. So after the penalty, it's the same that it was before. Basically, that's what it looks like based on those numbers for this particular adjustment. So the Peppa Shaker is quite significant, but is it suffering with automatic penalty or not? Because that's not, like, that's a heavy gun. Does heavy gun being punished too, or is it only for commando type weapons? They didn't really specify. Or did they? Okay, let me check. Automatic receivers for semi-automatic weapons. Okay, so maybe not. Like, this is a little bit tricky here. Because they say for semi-automatic weapons. So, did Elder Marks receive a nerf or not? As it's not semi-automatic, but... Which ones are those? There is some list, but is that comprehensive list? Is that comprehensive list? If that is comprehensive list, then Tommy gun is not included. So we have Alien, Handmade, Assault Rifle, Combat Rifle, Fixer, Radium, Tesla, Gamma Gun. For some reason, Gamma Gun is a pistol, but it's here, and 10mm pistol is here, Pipe Gun, Railway Rifle, Laser Gun, Ultrasight Laser, Plasma Gun, Enclave Plasma Gun. So maybe Tommy gun not included? Is Tommy gun not included? So that may be a reason I was doing such a high damage with Elder's Mark. If that's straight above, and if that is a comprehensive list, as combat shotgun receivers have separate penalty that is much lower. Maybe that is... What do you think? Is that comprehensive list? Are those all the guns and no other gun affected? Okay, so maybe that's a comprehensive list. If that's a comprehensive list, Elder's Mark gonna shine. Alright, so my quad is... My regular Razor Rifle is 132, and did they affect Ultrasight Laser? Is it fire rate? No, the fire rate... Okay, on automatics, fire rate on Ultrasight Laser can go still higher. And I can put hair trigger to push it even higher. Okay, so they still allow that, assuming the damage works. AP cost, so that's align automatic for the best AP cost. The laser guns are especially interesting because laser guns were never really benefiting from automatic receivers. There was no AP cost reductions or anything like that. Question if I should go for Beam Splitter or not, so that's a different question. I don't know if Beam Splitter is still beneficent in anything. Like, what will Beam Splitter do now? The crippling perks are all changed. Is the Beam Splitter still affecting crippling or not? I am not sure if there is any effect outside of faster healing for friendlies with medics. For onslaught stacking, yeah, that may be good. One thing, yeah, you're right. The one thing that it may work. But it fires so fast that I don't think that needs it for onslaught stacking. Like, it's 173 fire rate, so that's 17 shots a second. Plus all those beams. I don't even know if servers can register it so fast. I'm not sure. It's very, very low ammo capacity, so it's fire it instantly if that's a medic. So I would need quad here or something like that. Furious is not really too much of an option. So if I would like Furious, then I'm out of ammo. So quad is pretty much a must, but I just want to shoot it as is for now. I need my Enclave Plasma. That's a very important test to do. And how will that still work? You know what that is. What that weapon is. Will that still work? It's bloodied and I'm a ghoul, so bloodied will not work, but we want to know if it's still firing. Is it still firing? Ultrasight plasma. No, that's not regular plasma. Plasma cartridge. Give me like 500. Maybe it will still work. The amount of damage can be quite substantial. I don't know what is it considered with Flamer Barrel. Unfortunately, probably automatic, as Flamers were coded for automatic wording in the past. Initially, they were semi, but then they changed that. So that's the Pulse Capacitor Align Flamer combo. The AP cost, unfortunately, is 20 now. Did that went up? I'm not sure if that went up. But it's 20 now. Still firing those mini projectiles, so that's interesting. There is some bloodied Enclave Plasma, but I think I do have non-bloodied ones too. And when they stayed above for the Gauss pistol, I think they used for the before buff damage, they used the old number, not the live game version number. So the buff is not so huge as it appears. They used the number as before from 2 patches ago. And the Pip-Boy, like all those numbers are wrong, so we cannot really look at that too much. They're not updated yet. Like Pip-Boy stats not updated. We need to see when we fire at the enemy. Then there is actual real damage. Oh, there is Vampire that I have one. That's probably easier to use. But where is... I'm pretty sure I have... Oh, there is another Bloodied Enclave. Do I have non-Bloodied Enclave Plasma? Gauss Shotgun supposedly buffed quite a lot too. Maybe we'll have a little bit time to test shotguns. I don't know. We'll see. I have Quad Elders Mark II. The Quad is not the best option. Like Furious is good. Oh, I have Quad Ultrasight Laser. I didn't notice this one, so we're taking that. How many Slug Busters do I have? Too many. Oh, there's Enclave Plasma Flamer. As a pistol, this one. Does it really matter now, to be honest? Is it pistol or is it rifle? Doesn't matter. Like, there's no rifle specific or pistol specific perks. They all one and the same. So, pistol Enclave Plasma Flamer is fine. Is there... Do we have anything left that distinct between rifles and pistols? Do you guys can think about anything with those latest perks and stuff? Oh, I need to switch to Commando again. So with this latest stuff, can you think about anything that's specific for the like rifles? Like even Tankilla is just all small guns. The other perks are independent. Oh, and Number Cruncher. Is this VATS exclusive or is it always working? I need to test that too. There was a nuke? Oh, someone is nuking for fishing. Okay. That's I forgot fishing update. The nukes are for fishing, not for bosses. The nukes are for fishing. Next patch, definitely there would be very good shotgunner builds. I can see that already. I don't care about those vertibirds and vertibots. Okay. Vampire Enclave Plasma Flamer. And this one is modified with what we do have here. Refine Beta Wave Thinner, Align Flamer, Standard Grip. Like, I'm not modifying them because I cannot. I cannot. Like, those... You know how you modify them. You need to get very rare mod boxes from train station vendors. So you cannot really modify them too much. So what I have already modified, that's what I'm using. I think the damage is pretty crazy. Yeah, that was like... Am I maintaining stealth or I'm killing so fast? Like that, this weapon's supposed to be loud. Or am I just killing so fast that they cannot detect me? Yeah, it's loud. Okay, if I stop firing, it is loud. I'm just killing them so fast. But the damage is really good. Okay, headshot. Non-VATS. I'm doing like 500 and then follow... No, 600 after. There's no follow-through if I'm not sneaking. Why is my damage going up to 600 something? $570, $720. In VATS, 600. Opening with 600 in VATS. Outside of VATS, 602. Is the AP... It looked like AP cost bonus applies in VATS or out of VATS. 635. Yeah, 659 because Doggo is a little bit more squishy. So it seems to apply VATS or non-VATS. Aircraft Plasma gonna be a beast. Oh, come on. Trying to get the head. Don't move. Yeah, VATS or non-VATS. Just insane power. Barely have toxic water. Maybe I have some spoiled food. Yeah. So VATS or non-VATS? Is the main page showing the correct numbers? Or not? Okay, 160, 33, 73. Okay, so it's not showing the correct numbers. You cannot see the correct numbers, whatever they are. They're higher. Is Enclave Plasma base supposed to be how high? Let me take a look. Enclave Plasma gun. It should be 71. So that's already applying some bonuses. I'm not sure now. What should be the number display and how much is it possibly back? Oh, that's the... Okay, that's the extra damage after a moment. I forgot I have Pyromaniacs on this one. Yeah, that's the extra damage. I mean, Commando players will not be completely hit. Some weapons will be hit, but some weapons will be buffed, like Enclave. Enclave Flamer is gonna shine. Like, do you see the power of this little toy for the Commando? Not stealth weapon, but from stealth weapons, you have Elder's Mark. This is a beast now. I don't know why it's showing such a little damage, but that's not the damage it's doing. It's doing way more than 61 damage. So that's a beast now too. Then we're supposed to test... what's my quad ultrasight laser? It's hair trigger, align, reflex sight, beam, focuser. So we test this one with focuser. AP cost of 5? So energy weapons can still hit 5? Okay. Okay, so regular weapons like Elder's Mark and Fixer cannot hit AP cost of 5, but laser rifles can. So that's interesting. So laser rifle can hit 5 on the AP cost. Takes away some of its damage bonus from the card, but yeah, it's hitting quite solid. 234. Don't forget the fire rate on this one is like 159. So that's crazy fire rate. I don't think that will be number 1 weapon, but with those changes, definitely stronger. And I'm killing them so fast that I'm still in caution. It does look like it. Oh, now I'm in danger. Yeah, the damage is going up with those weapons. And those will be like... The problem is those are loud. So not really a stealthy around weapon. It's a loud one. But ultrasight lasers, regular lasers. Regular laser, AP cost of 5. Regular laser, slightly lower fire rate. That's the main difference. And red beam instead of green one. That's a splitter. That's why it's showing such a low numbers, but they just overlapping. That's a lot of overlapping numbers. Yeah, this hits hard. I don't even need to hit it in watts to do damage. That was not such amount. That was not hitting so hard for sure. Like, that was not hitting so hard. This torso bonus damage, I don't even need to aim for the head most. Yeah, this is evaporating them. This is evaporating them. That's the damage. Now we're talking. How much limb damage is that doing? By itself, not too much. Without perks, that will not be crippling limbs. Yeah, it's evaporating super mutants, and they have quite significant amount of health. So laser rifles seems to be going up. And especially Enclave Plasma, but even regular tactical plasma thrower, that should be quite high. With adrenaline stacked, the damage displayed is really high. That's with adrenaline stacked. Look at that. It's hitting them hard. No mercy. Was it like 1200 damage with a critical? What? Was that like 1200? I don't think that should be possible. Is it more back than previously? Like 1200? Am I seeing things? Was it 1200 or two numbers overlapping? Let's get them again. Science cards work, yes. So, to be honest, those non-stealth weapons and one stealth weapon, which is Elder's Mark, most likely will be able to compete with a heavy gunner. It's not directly everything, but I even have steel. Do I have steel or did I store it? I think I stored it. You should keep the Gatling plasma. You have only ultrasight Gatling laser. Just to take a quick comparison with Gatling plasma. I stored Gatling plasma. Oh, Hyperion Link. Thank you a lot for $5. I appreciate that. And the message from Hyperion Link is: I'm heartbroken. Just realized strength hasn't affected bash damage for a couple patches, despite the massive damage output. It does. Strength affects bash damage. It doesn't show on the numbers, but it does affect it. We were testing that. It does. So you don't need to be heartbroken. Strength affects bash damage. It doesn't show on numbers, but you are doing more damage. Salvage a Seraton head is still bad. No, don't use it. So non-crits are 350. Critical, it's 1k? Critical is 1k? How is that even possible? I have no idea. Critical is 1k before I even stack adrenaline. Okay, let's stack adrenaline. They're breaking all my armor. That's a plasma gun. One shot kill with a critical now. What? Is that correct? What's the torso damage? 468 torso damage. Critical to the torso is 860. 860, that's a critical to the torso with adrenaline stack. Critical to the head. Oh, this time there was no critical. 1420. 1420, that was critical. And, okay. Enclave Plasma Flame again. How much is critical with Enclave Plasma Flamer? Less? What? How? How is something's not right? I mean, I'm happy that my backed gun will be even better, but how is that 1200? 1200 crit when this thing is doing 1400 crit, and that's a backed bullet. Okay, this is something. I think my theory would be that maybe Pulse Capacitor is overriding automatic penalty or something like that. So it no longer counts as automatic because that's pulse capacitor. Like, I know there is extra critical damage, and why there is 3% bonus? Oh, my health drop. Okay, so I had rats before, so that was 0. So blooded is 0. Crit damage, so that was a little bit of a bonus. Then action point cost, that doesn't affect. Target is poison, bonus damage, but I'm not using my poisonous armor, so that's doing nothing. So only crit damage for the damage boost. Pulse capacitor, supposed to reduce damage, not increase, but maybe it's taking away penalty. So the Enclave Plasma Flamer does not have crit damage, so that's the difference maybe, but still, like, shouldn't it be overall higher? I'm not sure. Maybe some interaction. So Enclave Plasma, this one I have refined beta wave tuner for the extra fire to then following shots increase in damage. Okay, this stuff is kind of interesting. How is it doing such a high crit? But Elder's Mark is very interesting too. This by itself, like, because of onslaught stacking. And this unfortunately changed what it does, so it's no longer compatible, but it is here. This one is kind of a beast for stealth now. So if you can sneak, like, if you want to use conventional commando, so Bethesda took away the fixer and handmade, but they gave you Tommy guns. To be exact, Elder's Mark. They gave this gun superpower. So you can see how powerful it is. It's doing 600 crits before even stacking all the adrenaline. And it's easier to fire without VATS. They added stability to this gun. So look how easy it is if I don't want to use VATS. Super stable. So if I hip fire, it's super stable, and cone of fire is way smaller. And now we have adrenaline stack. And look at those criticals. 700 critical. Like 700 points critical. Even if I'm detected, still quite significant. Of course, smaller damage. Because that's for stealth. This weapon is for stealth. So Commando kind of have stealth weapons and regular weapons. I'm constantly detected by something. We need to return to a camp for a moment. Oh, someone was testing and the flamer barrels aren't affected by automatic nerf. Okay, so that's good. Hopefully Bethesda will not notice. The fact that the criticals are so impressive with the plasma thrower is because the prefix is currently disabled. I don't really have much on it, and the fire rate is 91. So this is huge. We need to swap some weapons. I have more in my stash. Handmade is doing for a single shot very well. For automatic, it's no longer the best at all. So for automatic use, you don't want classic commando weapons like handmade or fixer. They do way better as semi. Although there is no build specific cards for automatic, so you can just run with a semi handmade on the commando build. Like commando build is kind of for semi-automatics and automatics now. It's not specific to one or the other. And for pistols too. Like, I don't know what's... Like, there is no... I would have a problem naming builds now. Is that commando or is that a pistol build? Like, what is that? Is that just as bad stealth build? Do I still call it commando? Like, I can use pistol with it. Any stealth weapon with it. Semi-automatics included. The only thing it's not spec for, it's not a sniper, as I didn't spec it for sniper. So it will be sniper versus commando. I think that's how, but commando will be all. Will be pistols, will be rifles, automatics, semi-automatics. That's all fall into commando. I don't know how we'll name it now. There is no particular difference if I would like to do a pistol build versus this build. So I don't know how we classify it now. I think Anchorage Age received a buff too, or did it? Let me... 10 mil submachine gun, did they buff it? Is that would buff Anchorage Ace? They buff regular submachine gun, but... Yeah, they did buff 10 mil SMG, but not as substantial buff as for submachine gun. So it will not be the greatest. It will not win with Elder's Mark. It's lower base. Okay, so Anchorage Ace will not win with Elders. Small gun build, but small guns are snipers too. And shotguns, so small gun build do not really work. As for shotguns, you need to spec differently. It's not working for shotguns. Shotguns has very specific crippling build mechanics. So I cannot call it small guns build, because it doesn't work with all small guns. It works with like classic commando style playstyle VATs, so I would probably keep calling it commando. I don't know. Oh, Gauss rifle is much better now. Even the hunting rifle, that's... Snipers are much better. I wanted something else from here. I'm pretty sure I have it. Do I? Oh, so comparison Gatling plasma. So I wanted to show you, like, look at the damage. 56, 55. I know heavy gunners can add a little, but that's not significant amount. So that's 56, 55. Enclave plasma classic. It's like insane. I need to switch this blooded on this Enclave Plasma and test it. So that's a proper Enclave Plasma with the mods that's supposed to be. I just need to change the last one for maybe AP cost reduction. Like the Enclave Plasma, Classic Flamer. The other one is Fire, so that's a little bit less damage. But this one will mod it properly. Like Enclave Plasma, like this looks so pathetic now. Compared to Enclave. I don't... Is it really possible that Enclave Plasma will blow Gatling Plasma out of the water? Is that possible? Like the damage... I don't know why is it so low even. Why is this damage so low? I know I don't have heavy gunner perks, but still. There is no specific commando perks either. I was pretty sure I have something else, but maybe I don't. Oh, crafting. We need to switch to crafting. Craft. No. I craft a bunch that I need. Oh, I don't have sugar for what's optimized, but I have one box, so that's fine. Police is no very interesting. I can do conductors for some weapons. Alright, so we need to switch that. It was a little bit higher before when adrenaline was still running, but it's still like doubling up what Gatling Plasma is showing. That's like double. So I don't know what's going on here. That's what I want to investigate. We'll do a real test on this guy. We'll take it and try it. Try it on the Guardian. We'll try it on the Guardian. We'll see what this guy can do. On the Guardian, of course, we cannot stack adrenaline. The new power for everyone is not available. So regular barrel is taking away damage compared to a flamer. Okay, that's interesting. Cannot mod it, that's Enclave Plasma, so that's as good as it goes. And AP cost is 24, so quite substantial, unfortunately. But nothing we can do about that. It's no longer bloodied Enclave Plasma. Let's rename it. It's a Furious Prime Enclave Plasma. I need ammo for that. Okay. Uh-oh. I have no weight reduction. Oh, okay, I'm on crafting bill. I keep forgetting. So this one is 7373. That's a range version. But I could modify that too. Yeah, I could modify that too. To see if that will be doing more or less damage than Plasma. Enclave Plasma. Regardless of what it's showing on the damage numbers. So I switched this one to Furious too. Vital was optimized. Vipers. I switched to Conductors. Okay, so that's done. Okay. Do I have power armor? Am I wearing a disguise still? I am. Causing a little bit of a problem sometimes. Which one do I want? Union, Vulcan? I want Vulcan. Anti-armor is no longer preferred. Furious is the meta, and with the changes to the prefixes, a lot of them is getting buffed. Anti-armor is not. So next patch, anti-armor will drop even lower on the ranking. You don't really want anti-armor at this state of the game. It's better, like, I mean, the value of anti-armor is the same. It's just the fact that everything else was buffed. So anti-armor is as good as it always was. But a lot of other prefixes is now better than always they were. Like, they're now stronger. So you don't want to do that. How much ammo I have for that? Not too much, but enough for a test. Why did the damage jump up so high? Okay, Commander Goal. Before 142. If I compare it to this one. Okay, so supposedly Enclave Plasma should be way higher. How much am I getting from Science? Where is Science? Science, 11% damage. That's not huge, but it's adding up. Uh-oh, I have Excel addiction still. Do I have Addictal? I think I have all addictions here. I don't want addictions for this moment. Okay, no addictions. A fish. You ask about fishing? Yes, there is fishing, there are fishes. I'll just pop some food before heading in. I have a slime cake I can use. Medium fish. Okay, so we store slime cake here. Slime cake, where are you? I'm not even sure if I will need it as on the weapon. I mean, I will definitely need it for AP, but for healing, probably not as much as this one is with conductors. Okay, let's see. For killing, what will I use for killing the shield? I would definitely need Ricochet now. Do I have enough special? Lack of 28. Is this armor with limit breaking? Yes, okay. Some limit breaking on it. We good. I have 4 fusion cores, should be enough. Let's switch this quest on. Defeat the Guardian. The Guardian is very familiar enemy, tough enough for me to have a feeling into the damage without diving into detail comparison, side by side, video to video, Gatling plasma versus Enclave plasma, so I will be able to see if it's actually performing better or not. I need to get rid of this jetpack, like it's covering way too much screen. As cool as it is, it's so annoying. We need to switch to first person, I cannot see a thing. So this is a flamer, so I don't know how close I need to be. Can I hit the Guardian from in here? And toxic water is out, so I can use spoiled Brahmin milk. I don't think I can hit it from in here. It will need to be closer. Yeah, I can kind of hit an arm. But to hit the shield, I would need to be definitely closer. But it is like... Ricochet is still killing... Yeah, I think it's doing damage to the shield. Okay. Now, pop some AP. Yeah, like... That's more than Gatling Plasma can do. That is freaking more damage. That is more damage. That was never so easy to just smelt it. Yeah, that's a new winner. That's a freaking new winner. If that's gonna stay like that, Gatling Plasma is out from #1 spot. Of course, there is no range on that, but you can put automatic. But then you lose ammo capacity, so there is no range on that. That's true. So now, can the weapon with range compete? There is weapon with range that I was supposed to test here, but I need to refresh the Guardian. But Enclave Plasma, this amount of damage, Gatling Plasma cannot do it. Gatling Plasma cannot do it because I was killing the Guardian before with Gatling Plasma. And you can kind of barely in time kill it solo, but not so fast. When that in the third phase of the rebalancing, who knows what they will do, that's true, but at this moment, and to be frank, Enclave Plasma Flamer jumping on the #1 spot will make sense. Like, unlike Gatling Plasma, this weapon does not have range. I mean, it does, but short range. It's better than melee. Like, you don't need to jump on the platform. You need to stand close. As you were able to see from the barrier, I couldn't reach it. So that would make sense. And AP cost is significantly higher than Gatling Plasma at this moment. And ammo cost I would consider higher using ultrasight plasma cartridges versus cores that have high capacity. So that would absolutely make sense for Enclave Plasma, especially if you add on top of that how hard it is to get it modded. Like, to get this weapon, this is the hardest weapon to obtain in Fallout 76 if we consider correct modifications on it. Like, random Enclave Plasma you can drop from enemies, but it's useless. It needs to be modified. Delete this video and all evidence. I'm not deleting any evidence. I'm documenting everything, always. Okay, regular fixers I can delete. I'm very interested in investigating whatever Bethesda is doing. Did my head unequip itself? Yeah. It keeps doing that if you are wearing a disguise. So now we do have a second candidate, which is a wrench weapon due to very interesting feature. How it behaves. So this weapon has a very interesting feature that hopefully will never be changed. I love this feature. And maybe now it will be way better even. Okay, so we test a featured weapon. Devil Wings jetpack is good. That's true. It's one of the cool ones. Is two-shot gonna be the best one star? For launchers, yes. Overall, no. For explosive and launchers, yes, two-shot. Enclave Plasma versus Auto Axe? No. Melee weapons, Auto Axe, and Shredder. There is currently no competition that can beat it. So Enclave Plasma will still not beat a fully spec Auto Axe. Although to have full power with Auto Axe, you need to do a lot of boosting. Food, feral, strength optimization build. Like, it's harder. Like, Auto Axe boosting, and in here I just run the build. In here I don't even have crit damage food. So that's worth to mention. I just run the build. I'm popping chem because my feral is dropping. Doesn't do much to the damage. It will add me some tankiness. Well, I can do some shield system damage. Am I doing damage to it? I am. So a little bit less, to be honest, than Enclave Plasma, but I think that can still compete with Gatling Plasma, can it? I think that feels stronger than a Gatling Plasma. That's a little bit stronger than a Gatling Plasma. Not such a huge difference in here, but still, I'm pretty sure it's still stronger. Like, a little bit. I mean, not really a little bit, like 30% stronger than a Gatling Plasma. So not doubling up the power like Enclave Plasma, but about 30%. I think that's stronger. There was plenty of time left. What are fish used for? To get legendary items. And unlock challenges to get unique camp items and so on. Rascal is saying that's way stronger than Gatling Plasma. So Gatling Plasma, little sister, is stronger now than Gatling Plasma. So if you don't remember, or maybe you didn't watch the video, I did a video about this gun in the past. I called it Mini Gatling Plasma. Now that will be a big one. Now the real Gatling Plasma will be mini one. And that will be a real Gatling Plasma. That will be the real plasma. The regular one will be a mini. And yeah, don't forget what I used on that. I'm using conductors, so not a damage one on the last spot. It's conductors. Not a damage. And if you ask how to do damage on the last one, you do need to combine with power armor. Like, you need to have power armor with poison, and then you can add here 50% poison damage. That's how you can add damage on the 4-star. So this is a beast. So Jason already... Okay, so I was close. So based on Jason calculation, this gun is 40% faster on Guardian than Gatling Plasma without buffs. So I said about 30%. Jason calculation 40. I would go with Jason then, as I was just trying to estimate based on the feel. So if Jason did its calculations, so I will say, yeah, 40% stronger than Gatling Plasma. And this one, 100% stronger than Gatling Plasma. Twice the power of Gatling Plasma. Plus minus. Doubling up. So that's so. Now, is it gonna stick? I hope it does. It would be only justified for Enclave Plasma to jump back on top. If any weapon deserve to be number 1 DPS in Fallout, it's Enclave Plasma. Like, let's be honest. If any weapon deserves it, that Enclave Plasma. A secret weapon that you obtain from events, and then you buy modifications by endless server hopping, or by doing another event, drop connection, to hopefully drop a mod box, to fully modify your own weapon. Or you check vendors and Enclave Bunker to try to buy one that already has a flamer installed on it. So yeah, if anything deserves, that's this one. Am I using perk that drain glow to boost energy weapons? No. I did this temporary commando build, this quick rig. So no draining of anything. That's a quick rig for the commando build that I'm using. Not fully optimized. I wasn't really deep investigating into everything I could do. Just quickly put together. So it's worth to mention that probably Gatling Plasma will be a little bit stronger than it used to be, because Gatling Plasma would benefit from Number Cruncher as well, but not as much as Enclave Plasma. And Tormentor, that would work with Gatling Plasma too. So Gatling Plasma will be slightly stronger as well with the next patch, but slightly. Not as much as Enclave Plasma gun is now. So Tormentor, Number Cruncher, those will work with all guns. The same Senta Masochist, that will work with all guns. So targeting a torso, but it is additive bonus. So by itself, it's not changing everything. By itself, it is not changing everything. Is the pulse capacitor no longer draining the core? I think it's still draining the core. Why not? So yeah, the Enclave weapon, it's earned weapon. This one you are not getting for free. You cannot craft it or anything like that. You hard farm for it. Hard farm for Enclave. Do other effects work with Furious or just with Onslaught or just Furious? No, just Furious. Furious is the only one that increases the Onslaught stacks. And that's more important than the damage, to be honest. This Onslaught stack count, that's the most important part of the Furious effect. So that's the only prefix that does that. Yes, Center Masochist helps on the Guardian quite a bit because Guardian's torso is what we target. It looked like the nerf to automatics does not apply to flamers, so the flamers are super powerful. I cannot try with auto barrel because I do not have auto barrel for it. That's what I'm talking about. If I would like to have Enclave Plasma Rifle with automatic receiver, I need to get it with automatic receiver. I need to drop it or buy it from a vendor with automatic receiver already installed. I cannot mod it myself. That's very specific weapon. You cannot mod it yourself unless you have mod boxes. I currently probably don't have any. But if to modify it, oh, that's what I can do. So that's one of example. Plasma gun, calibrated capacitor. I can put it on my plasma gun because I have mod box. But that's one use only. So after I put it, it's gone. I cannot modify another one. You cannot learn modifications for Enclave Plasma Gun. So that's a very rare mod box, by the way. Calibrated capacitor. You will sell a kidney to buy one from another player. Or server hop for hours, vendors. So, yeah. Super hard to modify Enclave Plasma. That's why I'm saying it deserves to be the most powerful. Which weapon type is currently the best one? Currently heavy guns, but it may be commando soon. But not the old, like, Bethesda likes to reshuffle. That's why I said that we are investigating it. They like to reshuffle the power. So they're taking away the power from automatic fixers and handmaids, but giving it to Tommy guns and plasma guns and laser rifles. So they are changing the order of power. Like, Railway Rifle is being hit with second nerf already in the recent times, completely kicking it out of the roster now. And other weapons are jumping in to displace the nerfed ones, like even the Dragon. The Dragon is receiving a buff overall, which kind of like, with some nerfs and some buffs. But overall the Dragon will be better. And they need to fix that. Oh, I didn't test. Did they fix that? Take some balls. So, my resistance. Oh, they fixed that? Oh, they fixed that! They didn't say in the patch notes. They freaking fixed that! Full reload! And reloads once correctly. They fixed that freaking thing. Okay, let's shoot a Scourge Beast with that. If they fix that, we shoot something with it. So that 3-star is extremely powerful on some weapons now. This resilient 3-star is extremely powerful. Yeah, Elder's Mark will be much better. Significant improvement for Elder's Mark. It's way above Fixer and Handmade after the next patch. Where are you? Oh, there. Okay, man. And that's crippling fast. Whoa. Did they increase the crippling power of the dragon? What? Like cripple... I don't have crippling perks on. I don't have crippling perks. Look at that. One shot and crippled? Even torso? $4K headshot? With free aim? Critical? Oh, I didn't took more ammo. We should define what? Nerf, buff, and balancing? No, those words already have definition. Balancing means that you are trying to buff and nerf different things to achieve a balance. That's balancing. Nerf by itself means that something is made weaker, and buff means that something is made stronger. So yeah, those words already have meaning. They don't need to have meaning given, they already do have it. And very accurate meaning in gaming. Like if we say something is being nerfed, it's losing power. Something is being buffed, it's gaining power. That's simple. Now I kind of want to see if the dragon will be efficient on the Guardian shield, but that's too much testing. It's cool, like the dragon, thanks to the fact that they gave it extra damage and fixed the reload, it's quite cool now. You still need to have it quad, otherwise it's pointless. They hit it a little bit with fire rate nerf. It was 10, now it's 7. So they hit it with fire rate nerf, but they gave it more damage, so that compensates for the fire rate nerf. And what they did, the most important thing, they took away a distance penalty. So if you are not familiar with the dragons and black powder weapons, they had 90% damage penalty when shooting above the range in here. So if enemy was like 300 something meters away or feet or whatever that is, units, 300 units away, I would do like 23 damage by 4 instead of 230. So now the penalty is 50%. So if it's out of the distance, I'm doing like 115 damage by 4 instead of 230. So that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. A fixer is good if you use it as semi-automatic. They made regular commando weapons like fixer and handmade good only if you use it as semi-automatics. Not full auto, semi-auto, so you need to press a button each time you want to fire. So that's what they did. They didn't make them terrible, they changed how you use it. They made it quite bad as a commando weapons. They changed how you use it. So from the silent commando weapons, there is only one now that's really good. That's Tommy guns, including Elder's Mark as the best Tommy gun. So that's the only really good ones. That's the only. That's super good for commando. So commando looks like commando will be even stronger than it was, but you need to switch your weapons. You will need to switch your weapons. Standard, fixer, handmade, those are being hit with a nerf. So standard commando, as you see it used with fixer, is being hit with a nerf. But overall commando, if you switch your weapons to Elder's Marks, plasma guns, then it's a buff. And I didn't test the Gauss weapons yet. No, let's take some. we have some kind of a picture already. What is doing what with the next patch? So now, when they introduce some additional changes, I will know what we are standing on. I'm pretty sure they're gonna mess it around again. I need to say that I'm pretty sure they're gonna mess it around. I will probably drop a video summarizing those changes later on, what it's being nerfed and what it's being buffed currently with this variant. Do I have Gauss Sniper? I do, but it's anti-armor, so it would need to be changed. Unless I have another one. Oh, I have another is bloodied. I'm not a bloodied build. I could kind of... Okay, I go bloodied. I go bloodied one. I can just quit power armor, do some damage to myself. Did I already quit power armor? I did. Oh, I need to fix my regular armor. Which one broke? There was something that broke. Okay, so... Oh, of course, ammo. Let's store whatever I'm carrying, so I will have room for ammo. 2 mil or ultra sight 2 mil. Which one do I have? Ultra sight 2 mil. That's sniper, so we don't need much. The damage seems to be quite substantially increased. Uh oh, my health is going up. What do I have for healing? Is that food? I have healing food, don't I? And I cannot lock my health outside of the ghoul range. Deathglow egg. Deathglow egg. Hello. Oh, thank you. So we can even modify some of the enclave. I think the vampire one. I don't want to touch my Furious. But I can touch the vampire one. Prime is the one that you can learn. That's the only mod that you can learn for enclave. Prime. I can put Prime on that one. Change it from a flamer. And automatic. So automatic is way less damage and ammo capacity when we put. But we could make it a sniper. You see, it says find find the box. I don't know why they didn't say anything else. It means find the box mod. The sniper is quite good now. Oops, not. I don't want to show it better. So that's that's a sniper. I don't have scopes, but that's okay. So that's a... Wait. Standard sight is showing increased damage? Why? What? What the heck? Why is the standard sight higher damage? I do not understand. Oh, I know! Okay, so the bonus damage from AP cost is already displayed in the people. Okay, I got it. So I know what that is. So I switch to standard sight, which increases my AP cost. And therefore, I'm getting higher bonus from Number Cruncher. Oh, okay. So that's directly translating in my damage. Yeah, increased AP cost, Number Cruncher So I didn't realize the number cruncher is included in Pip-Boy damage already. So it is. So higher AP cost is good for damage, I'm guessing. No? So that probably includes the sniper too. Is it? Yes, so if I switch it to more AP expensive version, it's better than lower AP cost if I want to push sniper. So I can switch to true shielded. And I can get true stock. There need to be prime. To see if I... How much damage is that? Is this bonus multiplicative? Like 14 action points, that's 28%. Is it really such? Look at that. So I intentionally need to use night vision scope because that's the highest AP cost. Okay, that's very interesting perk now. Since they increase it to 2% from 1, and it seems to be quite significant. I would need to use Furious on that, and just put reversed, probably, for the best damage. So what's optimized is hitting your damage now. So more coffee, guys. We need to farm more coffee to don't hit our damage. And 4-star. Pinpointers need to be on this one. That's a sniper. Weak point damage. So we are increasing AP cost intentionally because it's firing so slowly that it doesn't matter how much it is. So we can increase the damage. We do have Furious. And we switch to sniper mode. So we... What do we kick out of that? Okay, Mr. Sandman can go. And... Okay, that's not enough. Do I need to get rid of Escape Artist? I need to get rid of Escape Artist to put the Master Gunslinger. So that's a little bit of a problem now. As there is like... There is no room for sneaking at all, unless I switch Gunslinger to rank 2. I need to go without Escape Artist. Hopefully Chameleon can work good enough. We'll see if Chameleon gonna work good enough. Spoiled Brahmin milk a little bit left. I don't really need glow, but it gives me tankiness. Yeah, the Gauss pistol and rifle are gonna be crazy. The Gauss rifle more crazy. I mean, Gauss pistol is firing faster, so it's kind of too. It supposedly requires you to charge it more often now, but we'll see if that's even true. The fact that they said it's only 33% damage uncharged may not be so significant because the explosion is a big portion about the explosion. How do I squeeze in explosive stuff? Okay, I don't need those now. So I can put Demo Expert. That will increase my damage even more. So that's... Yeah, yay, that's... and maybe if I run over encumbered, and I add Bomb Scientist, that will not show on the card, but should still work. This change is supposed to release in 2 months' time, but they subject to further changes, of course. Where are you, super mutants? Where are you? Headshot. That killed it. Do I even need a headshot? With the torso bonus damage, and I don't have sniper perks on. Almost. So with adrenaline stack, that will be enough. And that was... by the way, that's uncharged. So charged. So charge is crazy. Okay, let's try headshot now. That was uncharged. I forgot to say I was testing uncharged. Oh, it moved. Almost kill it with just a splash. 5k headshot. 7k headshot. 7k headshot because of crippled limbs. 7k headshot. Freaking hell. 7k headshot. 5k headshot without crippled limbs and anything. Torso shot. 2k plus 600 explosion. Like, don't forget to add explosion. That's separate hit. That's with stack adrenaline. The damage is crazy. Oh, and did they improve? Oh, they fixed the onslaught consumption, or am I seeing things? No, it's still consuming 2 with explosion. I should try to tank some damage and see what's gonna happen. But I'm like managing quite well with onslaught. Okay, let's try to tank some damage. I want to see if my onslaught will be eaten. For no good reason. Hello, mutants. Can you eat my onslaught? You cannot? Hello. Oh, I'm not losing. Okay. Last time I was... Okay, when I was... How is my glow 100%? Oh, now. Okay, now they're eating it. Last time I was... Okay, some single onslaught. Last time I was losing onslaught when applying glow. They fixed that. I'm not losing onslaught stacks from applying glow. There is still something that takes stacks, but... Oh, what about no stealth? Full charge, still super heavy hits. So I don't even need stealth. Uncharge. Oh, uncharge is the hit to the torso one-shot kill with adrenaline. Not even fully stacked. Okay, look at that. Yeah, that's... Yeah, the Gauss is devastating now. What's going on in there? Okay, man. Cannot hit it. Where are you? Where are you going? Come back. Is there a dog? Oh, back. Almost kill it, but that was uncharged. And my adrenaline expired. Okay, so even uncharged. Uncharged is still not affecting explosion. Which means that most likely Gauss shotgun is gonna be a beast. But to move, I need to include batteries included. Gauss shotgun are gonna be a beast now. It's Furious Gauss. That's why I reverse... Oh, wait, I didn't test everything I wanted to test. No, don't fast travel. My Enclave. My Furious... Vampire. Vampire Sniper Enclave. Is that gonna still hit hard? It should be Furious, of course. I forgot to switch it. And I have no scope for it. I can try to buy scope to increase AP cost and damage. So now it will be kind of easier to get very hard hitting Enclave Plasma as you want higher AP cost sometimes. So that will be kind of easier. Yeah, that's solid. That was not a critical. That's a critical. Boom, boom. And stacking adrenaline still only 4 stacks. When I'm detected, critical is still 2,500. That's when detected. Yeah, I can be detected. I still one-shot them. So finally, Enclave Plasma can be used as a sniper. Look at that. Easily one-shotting them all. Is it no longer charging? Wait. I shot fast and I didn't lose damage. Wait, what did I press? No, I don't want to sort it. Let's go torso. I'm not losing damage? When did they change it? Or was it always like that? It's not charging? It's just single fire with fire rate of 40. How? Did I miss this change? I'm pretty sure there was requirement of waiting 2 seconds between shots. Or wasn't there? Oh, the Meep Kid! Thank you a lot for $2. Appreciate that. And the message is... Namba Cruncher do not work for laser guns. Oh, really? I did not notice. That's good to know. Do you really need pre-war for Commander like this? No, but it's handy. The laser one was charging, so Enclave was never charging? Okay, not for... So this was only laser that was charging. Okay, thank you. Good to know. But this was definitely always bad, as otherwise I would be using it. It wasn't the preferred version of the gun. But now it's hitting really hard. Like, if you want to save ammo, that's hitting harder than Plasma Caster, I think. That feels to be hitting harder, or at least the same, at least on par with Plasma Caster. Okay, so Plasma Sniper was always a spam cannon. Okay, so I did not realize that. So that's relatively fast fire. It's just loud. Let's shoot something tougher with it. And I would need to add Furious on that. Like, this is not Furious, this is Vampire, to be clear. That's why I'm so impressed. It can do way more damage. That can do way more damage. That's a Vampire. If Vampire does that, what Furious gonna do? What Furious gonna do? I need to try to buy a scope. Need to try to buy a scope for it. Scopes were usually easily available, so let's see. Like, scopes were the only mod that was common. So Elder Mark's gonna be good in 2 months' time, yeah. Yeah, I will be doing all the builds. Like, this week, I will start working on human builds for the current patch. I'm not gonna jump straight away to the next patch, because we need to see the final version. I need to wait until it's released. They can change it before the release, so I cannot start doing builds now. So mods, by the way, that's where you are looking for Enclave Plasma mods. And there is no. There's Gatling Plasma mod, there is no Enclave. Unfortunately. But there is one more vendor in Watoga, so maybe I can find a scope. Scope will, like, scope is was considered terrible because everyone wanted reflex sight to reduce AP cost, but now scope adds damage, so that's kind of cool. Adds damage thanks to the perk. There's no mods. Okay, I'm unlucky. There is no Enclave Plasma scopes. There's Gatling Plasma Beam Splitter. I will stay human for a while, but eventually I will go back to Ghoul, and I will from time to time be changing. Like, I'm not planning to be one forever. I do plan to change from time to time. I think that's more interesting for me personally to play like half of the season as a ghoul, half of the season as a human. That's at least my plan. Uh, Beta Wave, Pyromaniac. I think Prime is the best at this moment. From what I tested so far, Prime does better than my Beta Wave was doing. Beta Wave, I think, was hit with quite severe nerfs in the latest patch, like couple, maybe 6 months ago. I don't know where exactly it was, but it feels like it was hit with nerfs, so it's no longer as powerful. So if I change it now to Furious, and the weapon speed is pointless on that, I could do crit damage or crippling. I mean, the limb damage has a point now, so I don't know. Maybe crippling. Last shot. Hitman's they undid what it does. So it's damage while aiming again. Explosive could be good. Like, that could add quite a significant portion. But there are negatives to explosions too. So I usually don't like to play explosive. What's enhanced would synergize well with this weapon too. For now, I can keep this rapid. And I do have when target is burning, that does nothing for me now. Uh, so I don't have fire anymore on that. Pinpointers would be good, but doesn't matter. Okay, let's keep it like Furious is the important aspect. I will need to test more on this patch, of course. We'll be back to testing, but for now I want to just see what Fury is gonna do to Scourge Beast. Yeah, I noticed that surprisingly most players are humans. That's true. Bullies with the limb damage change is good. That's correct. 2300 critical now. And Scourge Beast is busy. 1700 normal attack. And she needs to do that. Wow. There was no reload required in between. Just evaporated it all. That was a legendary, so this Scourge Beast was significantly more tanky. So for daily driving, this will be like Enclave Plasma with all its configuration. If they keep the buff, and I hope they will, it's gonna be a beast. That's gonna be a beast. No kidding, that's gonna be a beast. Can you see what it does? Like the damage with adrenaline stack, like 7 stacks, so not full. Now adrenaline expired, but even without adrenaline, wow. Base damage close to 400 before I even started hitting them. The criticals going like 3000 something to Scourge Beast. Alright, I think that for today testing that will be it, unfortunately. I know there's way more to test, but I have my little one with me this week. That's a holiday, so I'm coming back to her. But I will do more testing. I will do more testing. Maybe on Wednesday or Thursday, when I will find a little bit more time. I will do more testing. So we'll test more of the stuff as we go. For now, the changes are overall very good, with exception of maybe hitting a little bit too hard on the fixer and handmade for no good reason. Like, wouldn't it be better to just let them be? And with all those weapons that they're buffed, they're already stronger. So if they would add a little bit of a power for the Fixer and Handmaid, that will not hurt anyone, and there would be no nerf for them. So I don't know why they do need to go this route. The same about Railway. Like, bump it up a little for the Handmaid Fixer, or remove the penalty. If they will even drop the penalty from 30% to 20, that would already undo the nerf. That would be a slight buff. If they do the penalty at 20%, that will be a slight buff for the Fixer and Handmaid. And I'm pretty sure everyone would accept slight buff over a nerf with a smile. So that's just my opinion. As there is a lot of really interesting buffs to stuff that making new toys valid, it just leaves this wrong taste in the mouth for people that ran Fixers and Handmaids for so long, or railway rifles, and now out of the sudden they need to be hit. It's not a huge nerf, but it's a nerf nevertheless. Why would you do that? Why would you do a small nerf to Fixer? Like, for what reason? Like, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion about this nerf. I really enjoy the buffs. Maybe they overdid it, but I will not complain. Like, the buffs to Enclave Plasma, if any weapon deserves to be crazy powerful, that Enclave Plasma. So I will not complain on this as overbuffing or anything like that. And that being said, this is everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this testing session, and I wish you all a good rest of your day, and see you soon, everyone. Bye. Take care.